Ay, caramba. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? How we doing today? Happy Saturday. Happy Friday, sorry. Oh, my goodness. Last night was Thursday Night Football. What am I talking about? Saturday. Oh, I don't have this. Is this guy dead again? Bingo, bango, ing. I got these microphones. I had to leave real quick, and so I kept it on me. Perfect. We're working now. Yeah, so I kept it on me. So I only have one, and it comes with two, and the other one is in the car. I keep forgetting to bring it up, but we are gonna rock it out. I think I'm good enough, anyways. Hope you guys are having a wicked weekend or wicked end of the week, ready for the weekend. Elver, what's happening? Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a wicked day. We were playing against Jameer Gibbs and Brandon Aubrey last night, so it wasn't a very good night last night for us. We are in a must-win game in that one too, so yeah, we could be better. Could be better. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no thing though. We're still looking positive. We're still hoping to be positive. Bumblebee Tuna, Nimble Nick, what's happening? Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a wicked day. Happy Friday. Yes, time to get Friday. All right, let's do it. Rocking up, just sleeping. Nice. Tina's got the day off work though, so we just woke up a little bit ago too. You have a second job? Damn. Life is rough out there. I understand it 100%. Is it going well though? LCBO, of course. Why not? Do you get paid? Does it? That's why you're sleeping until 1 o'clock because you get paid in alcohol. You don't get paid in money. That makes sense. How is there 4 teams on bye week? Yeah, we had a tough night last night. I'm still working 9 to 5. No, I'm just kidding. That's good. That's good for you, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hell yeah. Appreciate the likes. That's wicked. What do you do? Just like a few hours in the nighttime, couple nights a week, whatnot? Oh shit, excuse me. Damn. My bad. Cardinals Murray won't return this season. No way. That's funny. Call of Duty comes out, and now all of a sudden Kyler Murray is not going to play anymore this year. That's funny as hell, actually. That's funny as hell. That's all right though, man. I don't like him as a quarterback in the NFL. I think Jacoby Brissett is better for all parties involved. So we like Jacoby Brissett. We don't. It's not that we don't like Kyler Murray, but we don't like Kyler Murray. What can I say? Man, we were playing Jameer Gibbs and friggin' Brandon Aubrey last night. T. Higgins or Myers? Honestly, I'd probably play T. Higgins. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, actually, that's what I did. I brought up the Weather Channel because I kept getting made fun of for stating the weather. So in Florida this weekend, there's supposed to be hurricane like conditions. It's going to be 25 miles an hour wind. It's going to be or 15 to 20 miles, 25 miles of wind, raining. So, all things being equal, I might not do anybody from Jacksonville, Indianapolis. I don't know about my Tampa Bay guys either, and they're playing. I can't remember who they're playing, but I'm also expecting a big game in Buffalo from Cincinnati and Buffalo guys. I'm super excited for that game. So I'm expecting a lot of points in that game. I'm starting all the Cincinnati and Buffalo guys pretty much with confidence. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. I'm excited to see them. They're going to show out. It's going to be a good game. It's got game of the year written all over it, like for real, for real. Is it CK? Oh, fuck off. Rude. Do you think Adam Thielen instead of Travis Etienne is a good idea? I don't know if I would do Adam Thielen. Where did he go? I don't actually like love Adam Thielen, but I definitely would. I'm definitely considering. He went to Pittsburgh. Is he playing this week? Playing against Baltimore? I mean, I don't love that matchup against Baltimore, especially first game. In PPR, he might get a few catches, so he might be a little bit serviceable then. But yeah, Sunday we're looking at 20 or 15 wind, 90% chance of rain, 25 millimeters, heavy rainfall, windy. It actually went down to 15 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm kind of down. I don't want to play like any of those games. That being said, like frig, they're gonna. Oh no, I was looking at Tampa. Tampa's supposed to be bad. Jacksonville's gonna looks like Tampa's gonna get the brunt of it, and then Jacksonville's gonna get what's left over. Yeah, it might not be fun down there. I don't know. I don't know if I would do Adam Thielen, but I definitely am reconsidering Travis Etienne. Chris Henry Jr. and Jeremiah Smith. Damn, dude. Ohio State's going to be a killer for a while. So all things being equal, I would bench Michael Pittman. It's supposed to be heavy wind and rain in Jacksonville this weekend. So I don't really want to. Hey, no problem, man. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. Yeah, I don't know if we can get somebody else. Honestly, just I'm hoping for me in general. I'm hoping that that somebody comes available like on Sunday morning. Somebody's like a surprise inactive, and you can pick up somebody and play. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. So we'll both hope for that. Yeah, so heavy weather in Jacksonville and Tampa Bay this weekend. So I might be sitting Pittman. I'm going to be sitting all of the Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay guys. Who's Tampa Bay playing? I have Baker Mayfield. Damn, I was excited for Baker Mayfield too. New Orleans. New Orleans kind of stinks, anyways. We're not really playing too many guys from there. Yeah, see, 65% chance of wind or of rain with 20 miles an hour wind. So I'm not starting any of the Indianapolis guys. That's what I was saying. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this weekend. So yeah, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, New Orleans guys are kind of off my radar. That being said, I have Baker Mayfield, so um Blake Corum over Jettas. See, no, I'm not going to be here suggesting to sit Jettas. We all saw last week coming. It was on the road against Seattle. I'm not. I'm rolling with my dogs, and I drafted Justin Jefferson as one of my dogs, so I'm going to be playing him. He's also playing at home against Washington with apparently rejuvenated JJ McCarthy, so that's cool. You're gonna play a backup running back over your number one overall fantasy pick? Damn, that's that's ballsy, man. That is ballsy. I know it's a must-win game, but that's awesome. I hope it works out for you. I really do. But yeah, no, I'm starting Jefferson. I'm starting him with confidence. I saw we all saw last week coming. If you didn't see last week coming, you're just not watching. Seattle's one of the best defenses in the league. At home against a rookie quarterback. Like we all saw that one coming. You're just naive if you didn't see that one coming. And I still started him. I knew it was a bad idea, but I did because that's my dogs. You start your dogs, man. Rain in Jacksonville, rain in Tampa Bay. That sucks. I was super excited to get Baker Mayfield back. Not like back, but like have a bunch of his guys with him. I got Devin Neal going. Should I start him? Fuck, we played Jameer Gibbs and Brandon Aubrey last night. Bad game for us, man. Yeah. 5 field goals, 3 from 50 yards or more. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Ah, stupid. This dude got 25 points from his kicker. Like, are you kidding me? That's the argument for kickers. When they work, they work. But when they don't, they don't. Sometimes they can get you 1 point. But, frig, you can have receivers that get you 1 point or no points. Feel like at the very least your kicker's getting you points regardless of what happens. Very rarely does the kicker not get any points. Doesn't get as many points, but fuck 25, man. Honestly, I got McPherson going against Buffalo, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that game. It's supposed to be snowing. It's not going to be like huge snow though, because that actually that'll just be wicked, man. Buffalo and friggin' Cincinnati in the snow. Oh my god. My god. Where is this? In Buffalo. Where do they play? Probably just can search Buffalo. Where do they play? I can't think of the city that they play in. It's like just outside of Buffalo. Okay. Buffalo. Buffalo, New York. Oh, okay, never mind. Buffalo is the city in New York. So it's like not Buffalo, but it is Buffalo. Sunday, bloody Sunday. -1. Chance of snow 60%. Accumulation less than 2 centimeters. Oh, okay, so that's not even anything. It's gonna be some winds. What's gonna happen probably in the stadium is it tends to swirl the wind, so you might get some swirling effect. Braden, what's up, dog? Traded A Chain and Jettas, and I won the trade for sure. Traded A Chain and Jettas. Rasheed popped off last week. You traded A Chain and Jettas for Rasheed Rice? Yeah, he definitely popped off last week. That's a good trade though. If you have the running back to hold it, yeah, that's a good trade. But A Chain's gonna be good. So it's not like it's not like you traded some scrub. A Chain, Jettas, Tyrone for Javante, Genty, and Rasheed. Good lord. That seems like an excessive amount to give up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely Javante, Genty, and Rasheed. Well, I mean, Javante didn't do well last night, right? So no, you're not wrong. Yeah, you did take a risk 100%. It paid off last week, but I'm actually excited for Jettas this week. I mean, yeah, we all saw that one coming last week, or we should have at least on the road against a very good Seattle defense, rookie quarterback. We should have all saw that one. Start JD5. No, I'm not confident either, but I'm confident enough in the talent and the schedule going forward. And I think that those two together give me a lot of confidence in Jettas. That being said, I have Jettas, so like I I'm kind of want him to do well. But we drafted him as talent, right? I drafted him not thinking that quarterback would matter. Clearly it did, and that was my bad, right? I would if I could have done it differently, I would have. But I came in assuming he was going to make JJ McCarthy look wicked because he's wicked. Also, I don't understand why we're not just throwing him the ball. Joe Flacco comes in the first game in Cincinnati, throws the ball to Jamar Chase 23 times. Like, why don't we throw the ball to Justin Jefferson 23 times? Let's do it. Guaranteed he catches 10, 15 of them. He's that good. I don't understand it. It's stupid. So JD5 is starting, but I would start Burrow of those three. Also, damn, that's quite the quarterback room. But I'm starting Burrow. I would if in that instance because I am expecting a huge game in Buffalo. I was just seeing it says that it's going to snow, but it's only going to be a couple centimeters. If anything, it's going to add to the allure of the game. It's only going to be a couple centimeters. It's in the day. I think it's got game of the year written all over it. So I think that both Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and thus the tree, right, will do really well. Cincinnati, that's why we love Cincinnati. It's going to be Jamar Chase and T. Higgins that are going to do wicked. To a certain extent, Chase Brown. But Buffalo, I don't know about Buffalo. Khalil Shakir will probably do well. Kincaid might catch a touchdown. I would do Kincaid anyways. Tennessee, no, Tennessee's whatever. Sorry, Jacksonville, strange. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Jacksonville, so I'm staying away from all of those guys. In Florida in general, so Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, I'm staying away from all of them. Which is shasty because I have Baker Mayfield, and now I don't really know what to do. So if Kincaid plays, I would start him. I would also find a replacement if I could, though, instead of Strange, because there's supposed to be heavy weather down there. So I don't know. Until I hear otherwise, I'm not gonna touch any of those players, and I'll kind of go down with that ship. I hope that helps. I hope it works out though. Also, Higgins, Igbuka, McLaurin, and Hampton. So to go with your Burrow, I would do Higgins. I would do the Burrow Higgins stack. Damn, that's an exciting stack for me this week. Oh man, that would wicked. That would be wicked. Oh man, sometimes I love fantasy football and games like this. Damn, I'm so excited. That Burrow Higgins flex to me gets me real excited all over the place. And then also Tampa Bay with the weather. I don't think I'm going to go Tampa Bay guys. Also Igbuka, how do you start with any sort of confidence? Hampton is on Monday, and as much as they say he'll play, I don't like waiting until Monday for my injured player to be activated off injured reserve in order to play. So for that reason, I would take McLaurin and just take the points with McLaurin on Sunday as opposed to waiting for Hampton. And then what if he doesn't get activated? And I don't know, maybe you have somebody to put in, but to me, it looks like you don't. So I would probably just take the points where I could get it. And now, that being said, if like today or tomorrow they do activate Hampton, I would go Hampton on Monday night. Something about a Monday night game, it just has the allure to me, right? I like the Monday night. Just give me something to watch. Also, they're playing Philadelphia, who's been getting run all over. And Justin Herbert's hand is broken. I know it's his left hand, non-throwing hand, but I feel like they'll want to run the ball a little bit more than they normally do, just to try and take a little bit of pressure off him. So if we get word that Hampton's going to play, I'm super excited to play him. But if we don't get word by McLaurin's game on Sunday, I'm probably just playing McLaurin and taking the points. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. I really do. Mark Andrews, good to start over Strange. I mean, as a Baltimore Ravens fan, I'm starting Mark Andrews all over the place. So I would say yes to starting Mark Andrews. We're hoping that he should be, right? Pittsburgh, I don't know, man. Honestly, you probably want to start Kincaid over Andrews because I think that's going to be a bigger game in Buffalo. Like, I think it'll be more points. Start every player on the Bears. Damn, I don't know about every player, but that's crazy. So I would start Mark Andrews because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, but I think Kincaid is probably the answer. He's probably a better bet to get like 2 touchdowns. Damn, trust me, how much that hurts me to say. It really does. Starting Jettas and AJ Brown at wide receiver, the inconsistency is and we have Saquon. Oh man, damn, we had a league-winning team at the beginning when we drafted. Oh my god! Imagine I'd have told you in August that Saquon would be your worst player, or sorry, I guess Jettas is probably by points your worst player. So your number 1 pick is going to be your worst player, and your number 2 pick is going to be your second worst player, and your number 3 pick, probably AJ Brown, is going to be the most the biggest drama queen on your team. You know what's funny is outside of Saquon, I do have Jettas and AJ Brown, so I know what you're doing. I know what you're talking about. That sucks. Honestly, I didn't have any shares of Saquon at all. I'm a firm believer in the Madden curse. So like I was expecting something to happen. As much as we don't want to hope for injuries and like pray for injuries on people, the Madden curse is undefeated, right? So and that's the thing. Like as much as he's stayed healthy all year, it's been a down year for a player that you drafted to kind of carry your team. So yeah, that's like I said, man, the Madden curse is undefeated, and maybe it shows up in a different way this year. I also have ETN who had single digits. No, and this week I don't even know if we can play him because like I'm looking on the Weather Channel and it looks like heavy rain over there. High winds, heavy rain. Could be a shiesty game for all parties involved. Maybe Travis Etienne has a good game and Jonathan Taylor have a decent game, right? Them too, but I don't know how you're starting any of the running back or the wide receivers, quarterbacks. Daniel Jones has a broken fibula. Kittle's been consistent. Oh yeah, but he got injured, and then we had to deal with that. Oh, and then he comes back. At least he's been pretty consistent. McPherson, I picked him up for this week. I'm hoping he does that this week as well. I played Aubrey. I'm against Aubrey from last night. Dallas kicker. He got 25. So rude. I'm in a must-win game. Stroud or Tua is the only options. Not for nothing. I'm not hating on Tua. I think Tua is your option right there over Stroud. I don't really care for CJ Stroud really as a quarterback. Plus that Cincinnati or Kansas City defense is really good. So yeah, I'm not expecting a lot to happen in that game. So I would go Tua. Hope he rocks it out. Start Woody, Neal, Franklin, Dobbs. Damn, those are some tough options. So I don't want any part of Woody really against Kansas City. Franklin's kind of fallen off a cliff. I would. Oh, Neal is in Tampa Bay. Oh my God, there's supposed to be heavy weather down there. Got Burrow, Higgins, McPherson in the lineup. Nice. That's a wicked thing too. That's the one thing I like about Cincinnati is they have a really short wide receiver tree, so you know where the ball's going from Burrow, and he's good enough to make them both wicked. So I mean, I don't know, man. Where is Franklin gone? He's dropped off. He's dropped off a cliff. And then Dobbs, all of a sudden, there. You know what? Romeo Dobbs in PPR might be your answer. If you're in full PPR, Romeo Dobbs might be your answer. Chicago's missing 3 linebackers, so they're a little bit shorthanded. So I might think that Dobbs is the answer. He's kind of like the underneath catcher. So in full PPR, I'd probably go Romeo Dobbs, although I don't love any of those. Brissett or Baker, I would go Brissett. Until I hear otherwise, there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this weekend, high winds and heavy rain. So I don't want any part of any of those Florida teams. Switch tabs and just painted your face white. Nice. I love it. That's wicked. So for that reason, I would go Brissett. And I hope for the best. Why? Oh, man, Brissett's getting some hate. I think he's good. I think he's good for the pass catchers. I think it's going to work out for him. I think he's wicked. Jacoby or Pittman, I don't actually want to do either of those. There's supposed to be heavy weather down in Florida. Do we have any other options? If we don't in PPR, I might go, damn, man. I might go Jacoby just because Jacksonville's defense is kind of legit. And if you're in PPR, Jacoby will probably save you with a couple more targets. There's all of a sudden a lot of mouths to feed in Jacksonville, though. So, like, I really like Trevor Lawrence, but this weekend, I don't know, man. It's supposed to be like hurricane-like conditions. That's what I'm hearing, at least. So until I hear otherwise, I'm looking elsewhere if I can, for real. Do you have the ability to pick up? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say a New Orleans guy, but they're playing. Is Jaden Reed coming back? Because if he's not coming back, that's good to. That's good for Romeo Dobbs. But I'm excited when I have. I have Reed back. Damn it! I need a win this week. Oh, this is so brutal. So I need a win because I'm playing the. If we both lose and I outscore him by 40 points, I would get in. But I'm in 8th place. He's in 9th place, and basically he's got more points than me. So if he wins, he's in, and I'm out. Projected 140 last week. Oh man, my lineup scored single digits. Rams sold me too. You know what? I was upset I didn't get my Rams defense claim. I ended up settling on San Francisco playing Cleveland, which was wicked. Woo-hoo. I was so happy. I ended up losing anyways, but I was happy for that one. I don't even know what's happening with my team. My team got injured early, and we do 2 flexes, so like it's already tough. And I've just been duffing it ever since. You know what? Sam Darnold playing against Atlanta. The fuck? Hi. Like one. Kittle on a bye. I had to start AJ Barner this week. You know what? Against Atlanta in a dome, I don't hate it. Thoughts on JD5 the rest of the season? I picked him up in the one league. I like his schedule, right? See, that's the thing. Like when you get star players, even like borderline players, right? I kind of tend to lean towards the schedule. You know what I mean? So I this week in Minnesota is going to be tough coming, especially coming back off a lengthy injury and fucking put busted up his arm like real bad. Um, I don't think that he's going to do very well in this game in particular. But going forward, he plays the Giants, Philadelphia in a big game, and then Dallas. So like I like betting on talent, and the talent tells me that he will be at least usable. Like I don't know if he's going to go to the and you know what? He has it all set up for him to be a league winner this year because you pick him up, he's got the Giants, Philadelphia, Dallas going forward, right? Those are three really good matchups in the playoffs. So he's got all the tools ahead of him to be a league winner. And that's why I picked him up. Like if he was playing like Kansas City, Houston, and whoever, Cleveland, maybe in the playoffs, I wouldn't like him. I would stay away from that. Right? Those defenses scare me. So he doesn't play scary defenses. If anything, he plays an easy ass defense in the first week of playoffs, and I'm super excited for that. The only problem is we've got Jalen Hurts, who's got Las Vegas, who in theory should be decent, but thoughts on Mike Evans? I mean, he's been out for what, 10 weeks or whatever, right? So won't play this week. Return to practice. Okay. Um, missing 6 weeks. Oh, okay. It was only 6 weeks. I thought it was 10 weeks. Never seemed likely to play. Okay. Oh, they play Thursday against Atlanta. Oh, that sucks. So if they were playing next Sunday, he would have played this week. But since they're playing on Thursday, they don't want him to play this week and then come back and play on Thursday. So they're saying, um, as far as the matchups go, I don't love the matchups. He's got Atlanta, Carolina, and then Miami's defense has been relatively good against the pass. So I don't love the matchups, but I will bet on talent and especially in PPR. Like you know he's going to get peppered, right? When he was playing 8 targets, 11 targets, 8 targets, right? So when he because he missed 3 games before getting injured. Oh, that's why I thought it was 10 weeks. That's right. Okay. So you know he's going to get peppered with targets. I when he comes back, I think he is what he is when what you drafted him for. You know what I mean? You drafted him as your number 3 probably, maybe number 4 who's moved up to your number 3 in the right matchups. I think that's what it's going to be. If you have somebody else in the playoffs, I might look towards somebody else, but if we don't, he's a really good option. Thoughts on Barkley rest of the season? This goes back to my Madden curse. I don't expect to have him the rest of the year. No, okay, but no, that's see, and that's even better. You just picked him up last week, but he dropped him. Nice, wicked pickup. That's what I mean. So now you just got a number 3 wide receiver. Depending on who your first 2 wide receivers are, you probably got your receiver room stacked right now, and you're wicked. Honestly, it sounds like you might not even need to use them, but in PPR, you're probably getting 12, 13 points out of them with the potential for more. But as far as Barkley goes, I don't see. I don't like wishing injuries, and I don't hope for injuries at all. Right? So I'm not. I don't want him to be injured. But the Madden curse is undefeated, and I don't think that we're gonna get the Saquon Barkley that we want for the rest of the season. And that pains me to say because he's wicked at the same time. But like they've got all sorts of problems, man. They've got offensive line is banged up. Their passing game stinks. Jalen Hurts is whatever, right? So there's a lot going wrong in Philadelphia right now. That is leading towards Saquon not being himself. Puka, Garrett Wilson, Jacoby Pittman, now Evans. Wow, that's well. You got your number 2 wide receiver. I would plug him in number 2 right away. I don't love Jacoby or Pittman. So I think, yeah, there you go. You got Puka, Evans, and Garrett Wilson. Booyah. Which 3? Laddick, Buka. Take out. Damn. Fuck, I don't want to do. You know what? I might do Olave, but I would try and lean somewhere else because I don't love. There's going to be heavy weather in Florida this week, so I don't love Egbuka or Olave. But I would start Ladd and Odunze. I also don't know how we could start Egbuka with any sort of confidence. So if I had to, it would be Olave, but I would look elsewhere for real. I hope that helps. One girl, what's happening? Run and do a college exam. What I can expect from Marion Hampton? I mean, if he plays, you can expect him to at least, the Bucky Irving role from last week. What, 15 carries, maybe a couple targets. He's playing a defense that has suddenly really been not that good against the run, right? So he could very well pop off. But I actually don't know if I want to if I want to wait until if I can get confirmation that he will be activated before Monday, then I'm gonna play him. But if Sunday comes around and I'm still no confirmation, I still have maybes and in line to plays and could possibly play and set to be playing. I don't want to hear any of those words other than has been activated off IR. And until I hear those words, I'm not going to play him because I'm going to take the points on Sunday. Joe, what's happening? I have Herbert. Do I go Taylor or Rodgers if Herbert isn't going to play? So Herbert's going to play Taylor, Tyrod Taylor, or Rodgers. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and I've been watching a lot of Aaron Rodgers this year, and I don't like him at all. He's a stinky quarterback at this point of his career. And he's just so angry. You know what? I might go Tyrod Taylor, but Herbert's gonna play. I think they're gonna rely on the run more than they would because of his hand. I know it's his non-throwing hand, but I couldn't imagine that would feel good to get it hit off a helmet or have it driven into the ground or any sort of that stuff. I don't know. I don't play professional quarterback with a broken hand. So I don't know exactly how it feels, but I know I bang my hand on the door and I can't even I'm out. I'm out of commission. So yeah, I'd probably go Tyrod Taylor against Miami. He's not that's not the worst play. What are you doing? All right. Bench one, AJ Brown, Watson, Nico Collins. So we're not benching AJ Brown, not with the tear he's been on. He's also getting a real big squeaky wheel, gets the grease treatment. Watson and Nico Collins. I mean, I don't love Nico Collins with CJ Stroud the way that we liked him with Davis Mills. Davis Mills knew that he's got a superstar over there, so to make me look good, if I just throw it to him, he's gonna make me look good. CJ Stroud, he just hasn't got that memo. So I don't love Nico Collins the way that I did with CJ Stroud. So I might bet, but at the same time, you drafted Nico Collins to be your number one. So I can't number one, number two. So I'm not normally gonna advise sitting, one of your high draft picks, regardless really of outcome. That being said, Tyra, what? Let's go, Nico Collins. What? Where are they playing? Oh, and they're playing Kansas City. Yeah, no, I'm not really going to advise benching him, but against Kansas City, I don't love that matchup, so I might lean towards Watson. But damn, that's a tough one. I hope it works out. I really do. I hope that helps. Hope it makes sense. Alec Pierce or Devontae Smith. I'm going Devontae Smith. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida. I don't want any part of any of the Indianapolis receiving core, to say the least. I don't really want any part of Jonathan Taylor, but I feel like if anybody's going to have a good game, it might be Jonathan Taylor. But yeah, there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, Jacksonville, and Tampa Bay. High winds, heavy rains. So yeah, I don't want any part of that until I hear otherwise. I don't like to mess with the weather, especially with receivers, right? Running backs you can kind of get away with because you just giving them the ball, but nah, receivers, I don't want any part of that. I hope it works out. Damn, dude's benching Devontae Smith, quite possibly. That's crazy. Who are we playing? Top two: Godwin, DJ Moore, Judy. Yeah, who are we playing that we're benching Devontae Smith? That's crazy. So Godwin would be the first one out of those three, and I would probably do DJ Moore. Not because I hate Jerry Judy, just because, like, man, what the hell's going on in Cleveland? That sucks. I feel so bad for like all of them because that organization is so stupid. But yeah, those would be and honestly, I don't know how you can start Jerry Judy with any sort of confidence right now. DJ Moore, at least they attempt to get him the ball. Kind of like Gibbs, but who did he tell you that to? Tell you what? Who's telling? I don't really like Gibbs right now. He dropped 30 points against me last night, and I needed a win in that league. That was next level rude, if I say so myself. JJ McCarthy. Actually, do we just get JJ McCarthy? Emerged from week 12 with a concussion, resulting in missing Seattle this Sunday's defeat after Seattle. After logging full practices Wednesday and Thursday and subsequently holding a media session, he gained clearance from an independent neurologist, thus set to return to action Sunday versus the Commanders. Lamar or Burrow? I would probably do Burrow. And I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so it pains me a lot to say that. And this really isn't like, I mean, Lamar has been shasty, right? So I don't know how we start him with any sort of confidence. But the thing about Burrow is I think that game in Buffalo kind of has game of the year written all over it. Um, it's in the afternoon, little bit of snow, going to be -1 degree Fahrenheit. So I'm that's probably like 28, 29 degrees, or sorry, -1 Celsius, probably 28, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think that Burrow and Josh Allen are going to show out in that game, and I'm excited to watch. I think it's going to be fun to watch. So I probably, and you know what, Lamar, I have Lamar. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, man. He's totally let me down. I should last week. I should have started Jordan Love, and I started Lamar, and Jordan Love got 35 points, and Lamar stunk it up. So I mean, I'm with you. Trust me, Baltimore Ravens fan. I'm Lamar through and through. I'm with you, but I honestly think that I like Burrow better this week, just because I like that matchup. Like I think it's going to be a really good game, and I'm expecting a lot from that game. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch that game. Rodriguez or Neal? I might go Rodriguez. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida. Washington's playing Minnesota. Not the best matchup, but it is indoors. Randall, thank you for the follow. It is indoors, right? And he's the starting running back. So I'm until I hear otherwise, I'm not really messing around with the Florida teams, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville. There's supposed to be heavy weather, heavy rain, and high winds. So to that aspect, I'm not starting Baker this week. I'm going to start Jacoby Brissett. Kind of hope for the best. LA was vulnerable last week, right? And I like Jacoby as a quarterback. He's not terrible. To make the playoffs, Jaden Daniels or Daniel Jones. So that being said, I'm not going to start Daniel Jones in a heavy rain game. I'm going to start Jaden Daniels and it's in a dome too, right? So like I like that. Anything can happen in a dome. As much as Minnesota's defense is really good, in a dome is completely different, right? So yeah, Minnesota ranks fourth toughest against quarterbacks, but Jaden Daniels, not just any sort of quarterback, and especially with the weather, right? I don't want to mess with any of those guys. Watson, Sutton, Ladder, Pierce. So I don't want any part of Pierce. And all things being equal, I might just do Sutton and Ladd, and just hope for the best. I think Watson and Pierce are kind of two of your wild cards. Sutton and Ladd, you kind of know where you're getting. So I would do those two. I hope that helps. Hope it works out. Neal, Gainwell, or Sutton. RBs get 2 points per reception. Damn. I might go Gainwell then. I don't want to do Neal because, like I said, it's supposed to be heavy weather down there, and I don't think their receptions will make a difference in that game. If it is anything like what it says it's going to be, right? So I might do I might do Gainwell actually, just because like I don't like Aaron Rodgers at a quarterback. I think he's dookie at this point of his career, but he does tend to use the RBs, and Gainwell has gained well trust. Huh? Huh? He's gained the trust. So I think we would do Gainwell. Damn, 2 points per reception. Brig, Jahmyr Gibbs killed it then last night. Rude. Christian McCaffrey is probably a killer in that league. Egbuka, Terry, Watson, start one. I'd probably do Terry. Jane Daniels coming back. Let's get it. Hell yeah. How do you start Egbuka with any sort of confidence, right? Ricky, Herbert, or Daniels. I'd probably go Daniels. Got all his boys back, right? And then damn, you got the lad stack. I would probably do who's Denver playing? Las Vegas? Oh man. If anything, you'd like the answer is Sutton because Las Vegas defense is dookie, but I think we go Lad. No problem, man. I hope it works out. Hope it helps. End of the world. What's happening? You are not starting Michael Wilson over AJ Brown. We're gonna do AJ Brown all day. I am going fantastic. It's going fantastic. Thank you. How are you? Am I starting Neal or should I drop him and pick up Manangai? Frank, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm not starting Neal, but I wouldn't drop him and pick up Manangai. But I would pick up Manangai if I had somebody else to drop. So that's my thoughts on that. But Neal's the starting running back, if anything. Until we hear Kamara's coming back, they don't really have much to play for. So Vidal is great to play if Hampton's out. But if we don't know if Hampton's out, I don't want to wait until I see if Hampton's out. Now, that being said, both Jesus fucking Christ. Fire alarm. Sorry guys, fire alarm is about to go on. They're doing the fire alarm testing, of course, right now. So both running backs did well last week against Philadelphia. So I might consider Vidal even with Hampton in the lineup. and kind of hope for the best because I also think that they're going to run the ball a little bit more than they normally do because of Herbert's hand, right? So, like, I don't know, I don't do, I don't play quarterback in the NFL with a broken hand, but I can't imagine that it feels good to have it hit off like a helmet, right, or in the ground, get it smashed in the ground or something. So, yeah, I think Vidal's actually I like that one actually. That's kind of a sleeper pick. That's cool. This guy, 44 points for Big. Damn, for Gibbs. That's crazy. I know, I seen him. I'm playing him this week, and frig, he got 30 points. I can only imagine what another. Jesus. Sorry, guys. Damn it, of course. I think that's it. It's just a test. They do a test every month. I didn't even realize it was today. I'm doing Derrick Henry. That's my dog. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. That's my dog. Derrick Henry all day over Bucky. That being said, I might do JD5 over Lamar. I don't know. How can we really start Lamar, right, with any sort of confidence? And I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan saying this, right? So I don't I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong and he has a wicked game. That being said, I'm playing him in a league where I need to win. So hope it's not that good, but like, you know what I mean? But no, I might do JD5 coming back. He's got all his dogs back now, right? Terry's back, Debo's back. Zach Ertz is doing wicked. The run game's kind of on the fritz. They need something out of it. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to start JD5 this week. As much as it's not a great matchup in Minnesota, it's still in a dome, right? So anything can really happen in a dome. You seen it last night, even in Detroit, right in the dome. Even last week, Detroit against Kansas City. Kansas City's defense is amazing, and watch this week they're going to go nuts against Houston. But last week in the dome, that kind of takes away a little bit of an advantage, right? So CD back next week. He's got a concussion, so as long as he can clear the protocol, yeah, he'll be back next week. But I don't know. I didn't actually watch the game, so I didn't see it. Was it bad? Did he get like killed? All I saw was concussion protocol. Excuse me. Start Judkins, Wilson, or Olave. So I might do Judkins and Wilson. I actually really like Quinshon Judkins, so that's part of that reason. But there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so I don't really like the New Orleans or the Tampa Bay guys or Jacksonville and Indianapolis. Like I'm kind of downgrading all of those guys. So all things being equal, I might steer clear of the weather in Florida and do Judkins and Wilson. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. Douglas, what's happening? Hunter boys, Jacobs or Henry the rest of the regular season. So I am biased. You're talking to a Baltimore Ravens fan, so Derrick Henry's my dog. I also don't understand why they're not using him at all, and this shouldn't even be a question. I'm actually upset at the team for not making him the best version of himself and forcing you to have to ask that question and be like for real about it. So that's upsetting to me. But I kind of like I don't know. Derrick Henry's schedule is set up to do really well, right? So it's not like he's got a dookie schedule going forward. He's still got a really good schedule. Outside of that, see, I actually that being said, he does play New England and Green Bay week 16, 17. So all things being equal, I don't love those matchups for running backs. New England's actually a really good defense against running backs. And that being said, this shouldn't even matter. Like I don't even understand why this matters. Jake Henry should be getting 30 carries a game, 35, ram it down their throat, and quit fit farting around. Sorry, I get excited. But Godwin or Wilson. I might not do Godwin. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so I might go to Wilson. Especially no Marvin Harrison this week, so that'll be good, or at least better. And then Josh Jacobs, what's his schedule? Chicago should be decent this week, right? They play Chicago twice though. Yeah, they also play Denver. Honestly, I don't. That's funny. I don't love either of them going forward. You've got Jacobs played Chicago twice, Denver and Baltimore, and then Baltimore plays Cincinnati, New England, and Green Bay. So that Cincinnati matchup should be good, right? You should kill it. But then New England's a good running defense, and Green Bay is a good running defense. So that's funny actually. All things being equal, I don't love either of them going forward. But like I said, I'm biased. It's my dog, Derrick Henry, all day. And like if they've been using them like they're supposed to have used them, this shouldn't even be a question. Like I don't even understand the point of this. In this league, they have Cleveland defense projected to get 16 points. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, this dude's got Cleveland's defense. Man, that sucks. All of this guy's team, I need to do well in other leagues, but I need to do bad in this league because I need to beat him. Stupid. That's all right. We also got Rice, Watson, Sutton starting over Lad Ibuka. What do you think? Rice, Watson, Sutton, or Lad Ibuka? You know what? I don't hate it. I actually don't mind it. I think Rice is going to do really well. I might do Lad over Watson, but I don't hate it because I have Watson going. So let's do it. I'm excited. Also, Chicago's got a bunch of injuries on their defense, right? So we're hoping for the best there. And then, yeah, how do we start in Buka with any sort of confidence, right? So yeah, I like it. No, I think you're good. Like I said, I might just go Lad over Watson. That's just me though. I would do that for a Monday night game to watch, right? Somebody to watch on Monday night. But I like Watson. Like Buka killed me, and you know what? I'm with you. Also, there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this week, so I might steer clear of that. I might have benched him anyways, but yeah, no, he's what's happened to him, man? Like for real. He just fell off a cliff. Defense has started to adjust to him, and he kind of didn't really know what to do. He'll get better. He is good, but I think Godwin coming back kind of soured his parade a little bit because Baker started looking for him a little bit more. Feels confident with him. Stafford or Baker for one league, the other Jones or Daniels. So I would do Daniels other than Jones, and I would do Stafford over Baker. The reason being, I like a big reason for me is there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this week, so I don't want any part of Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Jacksonville, Indianapolis. I don't want any part of any of those guys. In fact, like even Jonathan Taylor is downgraded for me if the weather is what it's supposed to be, right? So and for those reasons I would go Stafford and Daniels. Also, to answer Miko's question, I would do Daniels. He's got all his dogs back now, right? Terry's back, Debo's there, Zach Ertz is doing well, right? The running game's kind of in shambles, so they're going to need it. I'm excited to start JD this weekend. Yeah, and you got to think he's got his dogs back. And trust me, that pains me to say because I'm a Lamar fan. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so like Lamar having to be benched hurts my soul. I don't understand that, but it is what it's come to. After that hamstring stinger, and yeah, Godwin definitely took some catches. Yeah, no, and that's the thing, right? He got that stinger. Maybe he came back too early, maybe not, whatever. But you got to figure at this point he's dealing with multiple injuries because everybody is, right? And then yeah, now Mike Evans is coming back. Not this week, but yeah, I still don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how we can start him with any sort of confidence as is, right? So I hope that helps. I hope it works out. I really do. Hurts or love? Oh no, love. You should have done it the other way because love hurts. Love stinks. Um, That being said, Jordan Love looked really good last week and in Green Bay. I know it's going to be cold and snowy. Is it going to be like lots of snow, or is it just says that it's going to snow? Because it says snowy in Buffalo, but it says less than 2 centimeters, which isn't even nothing. No problem at all. I hope it works out. Thank you for the question. I appreciate you. Would you put Dobbs or Pollard in the flex? Actually, Pollard's playing Cleveland. I don't really want any part of that Cleveland defense. So I would go Romeo Dobbs. And yeah, I would go Dobbs. No, I don't want any part of that Cleveland defense. No, thank you. But I mean, I might go Jalen Hurts just to give me something to watch on Monday night. Monday night kind of holds a place for me. I like that. I like going the Monday night games just to give me something to watch, right? That being said, I did have Jordan Love on the bench last week. And I played Lamar Jackson, and boy, was that a bad idea. So Sunday, it's gonna be stupid cold. Oof, -8. High winds. Yeah, I might steer clear of Jordan Love this weekend. High winds, really cold temperatures. They're probably going to want to run what's his face, Josh Jacobs, all over the place. So I might go Jalen Hurts, and then you got something to watch for Monday night, right? As much as leaving Love on the bench last week, that hurt. I will give you that. Neil, Corn, or Hunt at RB. I would probably go Hunt, right? At the very least, you got to figure he's going to get a touchdown or two. That would be my thoughts behind it. Michael Wilson or Olave, half PPR, clinch buy. I want disrespect, bro. Nice. If you want to disrespect, bro, then it's Michael Wilson. No MHJ this week, and there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so I would do Michael Wilson. Good luck. Judkins or Michael Wilson. That being said, Quinshon Judkins is playing Tennessee, and that's wicked. And what's his face? They're playing Tennessee, which is that's a nothing defense. And so I value. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for the question. I appreciate you. Hit that follow button. Share this with your friends. Tell them how much we're gonna burn them. So I value Quinshon Judkins the way that we used to value Nick Chubb, perennial first rounder, right? Argument for first overall pick, and especially playing Tennessee. I'm all over that. Dude, I had RJ Harvey on the bench during the Cowboys game. What? When did Denver play the Cowboys? RJ Harvey. Who's that? What? I don't understand. Also, no. Sutton or Christian Watson need high upside. I'm leaning Watson. Actually, I'm with you. Yeah, high upside, you lean Watson. He's the more likely to get 150 yards and 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns just because of the routes that he runs. So, yeah. You know what? I need high upside, and I'm going Christian Watson too. So let's do it. Yes, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns for Christian Watson. Let's speak it into existence. Yes, me and AJP. We need it too because I played Jahmyr Gibbs and Brandon Aubrey last night. This dude's up 55-0 already. I'm like, man, I need the win too. Piss me off. Brock Bowers or Tyler Warren. Oh my God. Honestly, I have those two. I don't want any part of either of them. Yo, same here. The guy, no way, he had Gibbs. Oh, I was at work and then I turned on the I seen the notification, and all of a sudden, fucking Jahmyr Gibbs 3 touchdowns. I'm like, are you kidding me? No fucking way. Then I'm watching Brandon Aubrey, Brandon Aubrey, all sorts of records. I'm like, no way, man. Pissed me right off. Dude wouldn't stop showboating. Oh my God, I would have punched him in the nuts. All things being equal, Brock Bowers or Tyler Warren, I would choose Brock Bowers. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so I don't really like that for my Indianapolis players or my Tampa Bay players, right? So for that reason, until I hear otherwise, I'm downgrading all of those players. I don't really want to deal with supposed to be heavy rains and high winds. So Hampton, Terry, or McConkey in the flex. Honestly, I would go Hampton in the flex, and so I would. What it looks like you have the ability to wait. I don't hate McConkey. Um, so if Hampton doesn't become available and we're forced to start McConkey, um, I would. I don't hate that, but I think Hampton is the answer. As much as I do like Terry. So if you don't really have faith in McConkey, I'd probably do Terry. Unless we get my whole thing is I need clarification on Hampton. I don't want to go into Sunday with like is in line to play or should be good to go or none of these. I want has been activated from injured reserve on either Saturday or Sunday before I go into Monday waiting for a guy to get off injured. So if it wasn't McConkey, I would say Terry and take the points, but I don't hate McConkey, and I think Hampton is the answer. So if you like McConkey and can handle that, if Hampton doesn't play, then we do that. But if not, then I would do Terry. And then unless we get confirmation that Hampton is off IR, that's my answer to that. It's a lot, I know, I get it. Flex Hunt, Worthy, Charbonnet, Kyle Pitts, Quentin Johnson. Damn. Like none of those guys. Honestly, I think you might be better off to do Charbonnet. Who's he playing? Because he's kind of their touchdown guy, right? So he's your best bet against Atlanta. They're very weak against the run. I might go Charbonnet, hope for a couple touchdowns. And in that aspect, I might go Hunt. I know they're playing Houston, but he's you got to figure maybe a touchdown or two from him. Also, give you something to watch in the Sunday night game. But I think Charbonnet against Atlanta is your answer. Baker or Bo? I'm thinking Baker. No way, dude. Do you have my team? Like, what's going on here, man? For real, for real. You and me are the same. I'm literally thinking the same thing. So I'm thinking that we don't like. I'm not. I don't love Baker this week just because of the weather. Like they're saying that there's supposed to be high winds and heavy rain in Florida in general this week. So until I hear otherwise, I don't know that I love Baker this week. Going forward, hell yeah, all day. I'm all for it. Hell yeah, I'm wicked. I'm excited for it. But this week, I think I don't think we do Baker. I mean, I don't think we do Bo Nix either, which is why I'm trying. Somebody dropped Jaden Daniels. I got a waiver claim in for him, and I'm kind of figuring. I'm also kind of leaning towards JJ McCarthy. I think the kid comes back and he's better. I think he's better than he's shown. I think Justin Jefferson's too good for you to not just throw the freaking ball to him and let him make you look good. Like Joe Flacco steps in, throws 23 times to Jamar Chase and catches 16 of them. You throw 23 times to Justin Jefferson, I guarantee he's catching 10, 15 of those. You know what I mean? So, like, what are we doing here? Just throw the ball to your best players. Quit effing around. And Bo Nix looked terrible against Las Vegas last time out. So, I'm with you. I don't love our quarterback options this week. Awful bench because of bye weeks and injuries. Oh, dude, I hear you, man. I'm with you. My bench is awful too. I don't have any bye weeks actually, except for the one league. I have Christian McCaffrey on bye. Why do we have bye weeks the week before playoffs? Like, what are we doing here? Are you kidding me? I have to have Christian McCaffrey on my bench during a game that I need that like most of us need to win. I don't need the win, but like if I win this week, I'm in first place, and so like I got to have Christian McCaffrey on my bench. Like, so rude. And for the people that are in 8th place fighting for a playoff spot or 9th place, 10th place, need that W. You got Christian McCaffrey on the bench. Some people have playoffs this week with McCaffrey on the bench. Like, man, Daniel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Mitchell or DJ Moore. I might go Mitchell, high upside. It might be good. Might be good for him. He showed it last week, so Sutton, Etienne, or Genty. All things being equal, I might go Sutton. Genty's playing the Denver defense, and that's for real. And then Etienne is supposed to be high weather or heavy weather in Florida. So I don't. Yeah, until I hear otherwise, I don't know how we can start any of the Jacksonville or Indianapolis guys with any sort of confidence, or um, New Orleans or Tampa Bay guys. Like I'm downgrading all of them until I hear otherwise. Alec Pierce, Tyler Alligator, Blake Corum at the flex. I mean, I might do Blake Corum. He seemed to gotten a bigger piece of the pie. No problem, man. I hope it helps. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. I really do. I might go Blake Corum. Yeah, Alec Pierce. I don't love the weather, so I'm downgrading him. Start one. I'm starting Shakir over Ladd and Pierce. Hey, no problem, man. I hope that helps. Right? I know. I just like think. I just kind of think out loud, and a lot of word vomit happens there. I hope it works out. I really do. Also, I have Justin Jefferson, so we're gonna freaking. We're gonna. I think I'm gonna pair him with JJ McCarthy, and we're gonna rock it out. I think that's what's gonna happen. Burrow or Love. I would go Joe Burrow. I'm expecting a lot in that game. I'm super excited for that game in Buffalo. I think both Burrow and Allen are going to show out, and I'm super excited. Myers, McLaurin, or Addison. I might go McLaurin. Right, you got Jaden Daniels coming back. I think he's going to get looked at. I really like Addison, but I don't know how we start him with any sort of confidence. That being said, I'm going to pick up JJ McCarthy this week and play him probably because I'm excited to see. Like he's a good quarterback, right? So appreciate the thinking process too. Then just one quick answer. No, and that's what I was saying. That's actually it's funny. I was talking to my wife about that earlier. She was saying how people just want the one quick answer, and I don't do that, man. I don't because I like to talk to myself about it, and I don't know somebody they want if you want one quick answer, that's one thing, but it's not always one quick answer, right? You need to sometimes you just need a thought process behind it. If it was one quick answer, we would have the answer, and obviously there is one quick answer I could choose right away, but if it was that easy, I wouldn't be needed here. I would have no show right now, and so you guys would all have the best picks all the time, and everything would be good. Adam, he's not good. I assume he's talking about me because no, I'm not good. I'm not very good at all. I use common sense and a thought process, which makes me not good at all. Odunze versus Burden. Oh man, you're talking same receiver on the same team. I don't know, man. I can't help you on that one. Odunze's been the guy. Burden's been lately. Oh, JJ McCarthy. Oh, Odunze is the rated higher on the depth chart, right? So I don't. I don't really know how to pick between those two. Burden's been good. Don't get me wrong. I would probably do neither if I could. Way better than yes or no. More info is great. No way. That's amazing. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Not you. Love your stuff. Adam, I love you. I know. Just a little bit of friendly banter back and forth. It's all good. No, I knew. It's all good, man. I appreciate you. Shakir Mitchell. I'm doing Shakir. I'm expecting a lot in that Buffalo game. I'm that's got game of the year written all over it for me. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to start everybody in that game. Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. I think they're just going to show out. You know what I mean? They both need wins. The teams need wins. They're both MVP candidates. They're both awesome, right? And I mean, if you love football and you're not and you how do you not get excited for games like this, right? No, I'm super excited. So I'm starting Shakir also with confidence, 100%. JJ McCarthy not that good, man. He was good in Michigan. I mean, I know it was a completely different system, and he kind of had a really good running game, but he's not okay. I'll give you that. He's not that good, but he's not this bad. I'm gonna say that. That's one thing that I will say, 100%. So also, why don't we just throw the ball to freaking JJ McCarthy? Like, it's not that hard. I've said it before. Joe Flacco comes in, 23 targets to Jamar Chase, catches 16 for 120 and a touchdown. Like, we would all love that. Just throw the ball 23 times to him. What are we doing? Loveland, Auden, or Engram. Oh my God, Jesus, Weezus. You know what? I think he does have a solid floor, but I think I might go Engram. Playing Las Vegas, their defense is actually half decent, right? So I think that he's the like he's or is he in Denver? Is he still in Cleveland? I actually don't know where Evan Engram plays right now. He's in Cleveland, isn't he? Playing with Joe Flacco? Why do I think that? He is in Denver. Okay. Oh, surprisingly being among the league's best against tight ends. Okay, well that's different. Yeah, I think Loveland is the answer then. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's got a solid floor. Las Vegas ranks number 3 in the league against tight ends. What? Las Vegas? Come on, man. Drop Kamara for Rodriguez? I would. Yeah. I don't even really know what's happening with Kamara. And also, I don't even really know what's happening with Kamara. Like, what happened? He just fell off a cliff? Start Shakir, my man. Let's do it. Gotta start with Diggs on bye, Christian Watson or Brian Thomas Jr. I would start Christian Watson against Chicago. They've got a bunch of injuries in their defense, and there's supposed to be heavy weather in Jacksonville. So I might not want to do. I'm downgrading all of those guys: Jacksonville, Indianapolis, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Until I hear otherwise, right? I don't really want to play those guys in heavy weather. So I would go Christian Watson. Should I start Pittman with Daniel Jones or Chris Godwin? Oh my God. Thank you, man. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. I really appreciate you. Would you still start Tyler Warren? I mean, if I had a different option, I would start a different option, but Tyler Warren's he's a good talent, right? So like I sometimes you just still bet on talent. If I had another like I don't know, man, they're expecting like heavy rain and up to like 20 mile an hour winds, right? So tight end is actually a position that it still isn't too bad because he's close enough to the quarterback, right? It's not like a receiver running out routes and stuff like that. So Tyler Warren's not the worst one, but if I had another option, I would do that. It shouldn't be too affected. You know what I mean? But definitely going to be affected. But yeah, not too effective. Strained NCL, possibly back week 15, 16. Yeah, see, he's back week 15, 16, but New Orleans has a nothing season going for them. So do they bring him back, right? I don't know. Have Mark Andrews? Yeah, play Mark Andrews against Pittsburgh. Oh man, come on, this is my dog. Of course we play Mark Andrews. What? It's crazy talk. But yeah, Pittsburgh's been actually surprisingly bad against tight ends too. So I think Mark Andrews is set up to have a decent matchup. As much as I don't love Lamar and I don't really know what's going on with him, and if he would just get his shit together, like we would all be just so much happier. But it is what it is. But I don't think Mark Andrews is going to be affected too much. So yeah, I would go Andrews over Tyler Warren. Can you rate my team? Burrow, CMC, Jacobs, Ladd, Flowers, Kittle, Bucky, Mike Wilson, 12-man. Actually, it's not a bad team, man. I like it going forward. I don't love Jacobs' schedule going forward, but CMC, yes. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd rate your team a 4, right? I don't maybe a 3. I don't know how high I can rate Flowers until further notice, right? With regards to Lamar's play, right? Until Lamar starts playing better, we can't possibly rate Flowers any higher, right? So that being said, I like Mike Wilson, especially with MHJ out. I like Jacoby Brissett. That being said, I would start Brissett over Baker. Supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so I'm benching Baker this weekend. As much as I'm super excited to have him going forward, I think this weekend supposed to be heavy rain and high winds down in Florida, so all of those guys I'm kind of downgrading. But yeah, I think your team is really good, Jack, going forward. Joe Burrow's set up to possibly win fantasy leagues. CMC's been a dog for real, especially in full PPR. Man, he's awesome. Even in my one league, it's not PPR, but you get bonus points at 100 or 100 receiving yards and bonus points at 100 rushing yards. And CMC is the closest guy to getting bonus points in both categories that you can get. He's like a wide receiver one and a running back one, all mixed into one player. It's actually amazing. Kittle, hopefully Bucky comes back and does well. That'd be wicked. Should I start Kyle Williams or Blake Corum? PMAC, what's happening? Wait. One's the starter, one's the backup. Right? It's the same team. Oh shit, here we go. Fire alarm again. Sorry guys. It's a fire alarm test today. I didn't even know until the guy came on. It scared the life out of me. So I would start Kyron Williams. I've been reading they've been giving Williams a break for the playoffs. No, you're not wrong. I don't know, man. One's listed as a starter, so I don't know how you don't play the starter. I can't advise to play the backup over the starter. I know they've been saying that, but one's still listed as a starter and the other one's listed as the backup. So until I hear otherwise, I'm playing the starter. But I can understand why you want to do Corum. He's been getting the touchdowns recently, and like they like him. He's a good player. He was good in Michigan, right? So he's a good player. People were taking CMC till late in the first round, even second. No, you're not wrong. Nobody wanted to deal with him because he was injured last week. For real, he's going to go down as like the value pick of the draft. For real. Why you ask the question, you're just going to ignore the answer. I didn't want to say it. Thank you, my man. But no, I mean, no, it's a valid question too, because like legit, we're at the end of the day, we're just looking for points, right? And like I can understand it if you don't want to play the starter, but hey, is Odunze out? If Odunze's out, DJ Moore is definitely higher up in the pecking order than I originally thought. So I wouldn't go so far as to say a must start with Odunze out, but he's definitely a good start, especially in Green Bay. The only thing within Green Bay is I just was looking at it. It's going to be cold, like cold, minus. It's going to be, what is it, 32 degrees is freezing. It's going to be like 20, 18 degrees Fahrenheit, right? They said it's quote unquote looking shaky. Okay. So that's at the very least on the doubtful side of questionable. Stupid. I like fantasy football terms, right? So yeah, I wouldn't go so far as to say a must start, but he's definitely a good start. The only thing is, it's going to be really cold, so they'll lean on the running game a lot more. It's supposed to be like -8 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit of snow, high winds. It's going to be a gross game to play in. So yeah, I like that. I don't know that he would. Would you play DJ over Shakir? Okay, no, I would not. I would not play. I'm playing Shakir over almost anyone, and I'm playing Higgins over Odunze, and I'm expecting a lot from that game. I'm expecting Joe Burrow and Josh Allen to show out. They both need wins, right? Cincinnati's still in a hunt for the division, right? As bad as they've been, they're still in the hunt for the playoffs and the division. So like they both need wins. I'm starting Lamar. Like I'm excited for Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. This game's got game of the year written all over it. So I think they both show out. It's Buffalo's snow game, so it will snow, but they said less than right around 2 centimeters of snow. So it's not even going to be anything. It's not going to affect it at all. If anything, it's going to be, they said it's going to be kind of windy, like 20 kilometers of wind, and the stadium will create like a swirling effect, which will throw off passes a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think these quarterbacks are going to show out, and I'm super excited for this game. JD5 or Lamar. Oh, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so Lamar's my dog, but I don't know how we can start Lamar with any sort of confidence. So I might and also JD5's got all his dogs back, right? Terry's back. Debo's there. Zach Ertz is doing well. The run game's kind of iffy right now, so I'm excited to start JD5 this week. Trust me when I say it pains me to say that. Rome or DK. There's talk that Rome might not play. So if Rome doesn't play, it's an easy answer. But I don't think I want to play Rome anyways. It's going to be really cold in Green Bay. So yeah, I think they might lean on the running game a little bit more. Shakir, PPR over Neal, definitely 100%. I think big comeback game for JD as well too. Harvey or Warren, I would go Harvey against Las Vegas. I don't know, how did he do last week? I don't really know. So hey, no problem, CJ. I hope it works out. I really do. Because they all did dookie against Las Vegas last time, and like they're a good defense and division opponent, right? So yeah. But I don't hate Warren against Baltimore. He seems to do well as much as Baltimore's defense is really healthy. So if Harvey did well last game, I might put him in like last time against Vegas. It's also why I'm kind of hesitant to play Bo Nix. Henry owner calling all the hate. Am I hating the play calling? Oh my god. So we're managers, we're not owners. Slavery has been abolished, but that's just a little bit. And also, I'm with you. What the hell is going on with the play calling? They were down 12-7 at halftime. It's not even like it was okay, fine. If they're down 30-0, okay, Henry doesn't play at all. I get that. But 12-7 at halftime, like, what are we doing? Are we kidding me? Like, we freaking like why are we not coming out of halftime running the ball every single play with Derrick Henry, run it down their throat, and let's get the touchdown? Then it's 14-12 and we're winning. Like, what are we doing here? Ugh, trust me, I'm with you, man. Goddard or Waller? I might go Waller, man. I don't love Goddard the way that we used to. You know what I mean? He's not really getting too much love because the wide receivers have been whiny. Jalen Hurts, man, what's going on with him for real, for real? So I might go Waller. I think he's likely to get a touchdown or two, maybe. AD Mitchell, Stranger, Veely, pick two. So I want AD Mitchell, but I don't want Strange or Veely. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this weekend, so I don't know that I want to play any of those guys. So if I had another option or the ability to get another option, I might. That being said, I might start Strange just because he's the tight end, and in heavy weather, it shouldn't affect him. He's the closest to the quarterback as opposed to the receivers that are running out wide. So I might do Strange if I had no other options, but I don't like either of those guys. Mark Andrews are likely. Mark Andrews is my dog. Baltimore Ravens fan. That's my dog. He's a white guy too. I don't know why it matters, but it does. So I Mark Andrews is the starter for me. He's the guy. Unless he's out, I'm not playing likely. I don't know. Rather invest in likely. Yeah, hey man, no problem. And I'm with you on that one. I get it. Baker, Caleb Williams. I kind of don't want to do either. If I had to choose, it would be Caleb. I might try and get somebody different. Just because it's supposed to be really cold in Green Bay. I think they're going to be relying on the run. And in Florida, there's supposed to be heavy weather. So I don't know that I want to do Um, I don't know. I don't know that I want to do Baker. So if I had another option, I'd probably try and do it. But if anything, I might do Caleb and just kind of hope that he sneaks in for a couple touchdowns. Why Shakir over Lad? Lad seems to be ranked way higher. Honestly, it's nothing more than I think Shakir. I think that the Baltimore or the Buffalo game is a higher scoring game than the Chargers and the Philadelphia. That being said, I could get behind Lad on a Monday, right? Monday night game. Give me something to watch. I could get behind that. But I'm expecting a big game from that Buffalo Cincinnati game. So you got to expect Shakir a couple, at least multiple catches, close to 100 yards, and maybe a touchdown or two. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's a good expectation, I think. Will CD play next week? I don't know, man. Concussion protocol, that can be tricky. He might. He also might not. I mean, coaches hate fantasy football managers, and they don't let us have nice things. Just look at Trevion Henderson, right? So, if my gut would tell me no because coaches hate fantasy football managers, and they don't like us having nice things. But concussion protocol can be tricky. I didn't see the game, so I didn't see the play. Was it bad? Was he dead? Or was he like, did he get up? Right? I don't know. It's all about the independent neurologist now, right? So like everybody in the team can say that he's good, but until this independent guy says that you're good, that nothing really matters, right? So we're gonna hope for the best. He does have a week and a half to get ready, right? So he's got a little bit longer. Jacoby Myers or Cortland Sutton. I wouldn't do Jacoby Myers just because there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida. Also, all of a sudden, there's a lot of mouths to feed in Jacksonville. Like, for real, for real. So I'm excited for Trevor Lawrence, but not this week. I would go Cortland Sutton, especially against Las Vegas. Like, come on, man. Las Vegas defense stinks. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here, man? Brissett or Daniel Jones? I would go Brissett. Daniel Jones is injured, man. He's got a broken fibula. I don't know. That can't be good to play with. Mahomes or Jones? You know what? Honestly, I don't know if I would want to do either Mahomes or Jones. Mahomes playing Houston, that's gonna suck for real, for real. And Jones in Florida, like in Jacksonville, are supposed to be weather. So if I had the ability to pick up another option, I probably would. That being said, I might go with Mahomes if I had to. Dan, thank you for the boxing glove. I appreciate you. Chris Rogers, you're wicked. If he doesn't, should I get their number 3 guy who scored last night? Who was it? Cavante Turpin? Because if Turpin is the guy, I like him. He's good. He's fast. He's really fast. Higgins or Waddle? Let's do Higgins, my man. We're gonna do Higgins. We're gonna hope for a wicked game from the Baltimore or the Buffalo Cincinnati game. I think Joe Burrow and Josh Allen show out. I'm excited for that game for real. So I'm excited for T Higgins. Let's get it. Lamar, Josh Daniels. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so this really pains me to say, but I don't know how we can start Lamar with any sort of confidence. Christina, going fantastic. Thank you. How are you? And also Josh Daniels coming back. He's got his dogs back, right? So he's got Terry back. He's got Debo. Zach Ertz is playing well. There's no real running game to speak of, right? So I think Josh Daniels is a play. Watson or Wilson, no MHJ. I would do Wilson, especially in PPR. Dan, thank you for the heart. I appreciate you. Especially in PPR, I would go Wilson. That being said, I'm starting Watson in my one league because I need I'm hoping for a big game from him, just like get deep, get a couple of long catches. But yeah, I think in full PPR, Wilson is the way to go. Damn, ice cream cone, donut. Appreciate you. Abbas, Luther Burden, or DJ. I would say DJ. They seem to be making a concerted effort to get him the ball, so I like DJ. Luther Burden's kind of that the Christian Watson type guy, right? Long touchdowns, and then in Green Bay, it's going to be cold this weekend. It's going to be -8 degrees Celsius. It's going to be like 20 and 19 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think DJ Moore is the better bet. Carter, Olave, or ETN at the flex. Honestly, I would say neither. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida, so like high winds and heavy rain. So I don't know how confident I am in starting any of those guys. So I would look elsewhere if I could. That being said, I might start ETN just because the running back might be the best bet. Chris Rodriguez or Kenneth Gainwell. I might do Rodriguez. You know, they've got JD back. That should be good. It should be at least easier for him. Gainwell, he's still got to deal with what's his name, Warren, who they really like too, right? So especially against Baltimore, right? I don't know. I think Rodriguez is the answer. They don't really trust any of their other backs in Washington in Washington. So outside of what's his face that catches passes, Jeremy McNichol, he'll still catch passes, but drop Gadsden. I mean, if you have other options, yeah, I can get behind dropping Gadsden. Sit one, Jefferson, McConkey, AJ Brown. Oh my God. Imagine if I told you in August that you were going to sit AJ Brown and you Justin Jefferson, your number one and probably number 3 or 4 round draft pick the week before playoffs where you probably need a win. You would have laughed at me for real, for real. That being said, we don't sit Justin Jefferson, man. We can't. Not this week. Not against Washington. Not at home. I'm not. I don't know. And I'm also not gonna. Um, gonna recommend that. Knicks, Mayfield, Herbert, or Love. Jesus, why do we have so many quarterbacks? Honestly, I don't want either of those. I might go Jordan Love just because he's at home and it's the Chicago defense is banged up a little bit. But like Knicks did Dookie last time against Las Vegas. I don't know. Will he do well? I don't know. Mayfield's playing in a lot of weather this weekend, heavy rain and high winds, so I don't want that. Herbert's got a broken hand. I know it's a non-throwing hand, but I can't see. I don't know, but I can't think it feels good to whack your hand off a helmet or get it driven into the ground. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just me. Pick one: DK, Jaden Higgles, or AD Mitchell. I mean, I might just go DK. You got to figure the talent will win out at some point. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm starting DK in my one league, so we're hoping. Who we got winning, Browns or Titans? Honestly, in stupid matchups like that, I lean towards the defense, and the Browns' defense is for real, like for real, for real. So I think they're they're also projected to get 16 points in my one fantasy league. So I think Cleveland wins based off defense. Cleveland Browns anytime defensive touchdown might be a good bet to put in. Garrett might win that game by himself. You're not wrong, 100%. 100%. He might score more points than their offense by himself. D Swift or Chris Rodriguez. I might go Swift. That game's going to be played in Green Bay. It's going to be really cold. The other game's played indoors, so I don't know that it'll be better for the passing. But it's going to be really cold in Green Bay, and Ben Johnson's going to commit to the run until he can't anymore. So I think Swift is the answer in those two. Strange or Mooney. I would go Mooney. There's supposed to be high weather in Jacksonville this weekend. Heavy rain, high winds. So I don't want any part of those guys. For that reason, I don't want to do Baker Mayfield either. So I'm starting Mooney, Sam Darnold, and Mark Andrews. Oh, dude, Mark Andrews. Come on, man. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. That's my dog. Oh, you're gonna sit him for Brenton Strange? That's so rude, man. I mean, it's a good call. Don't get me wrong. It's just rude. London just got ruled out. Also, no way. Did he? No way. Really? For what reason? Because they have nothing to play for. Yeah, that sucks. And like that's the thing too, right? Like, I don't think that Kirk Cousins just magically forgot how to play football either, right? So I kind of I kind of like Kirk Cousins still. Super bummed about that. He hasn't practiced at all. Honestly, they have nothing to play for. There's no real reason to rush him back. I could I could see him getting shut down for the season. Pick two, Hall, Judkins, or Rice. I mean, I might sit Brees Hall, but I think Rice is probably the answer because he's playing against Houston's defense that's really good. But like, I don't want to sit Judkins playing Tennessee. He's wicked in a good matchup. Rasheed Rice has been really good. Who are we playing? Sorry, that we're benching like your top three picks, your top four picks. Like that's just out of curiosity. Like, all things being equal, I'd probably sit Brees Hall. But like, damn, who are we playing that we're benching Rasheed Rice, for example? P. Walker, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Genty or Vidal. I might go Vidal. That's what I was saying. Monday night games kind of hold a different place in my heart. I kind of like the Monday night games just to give me something to watch. But also, we watched Chicago run the ball down Philadelphia's throat all game last week. And you know Harbaugh is sitting there just frothing from the mouth, thinking about what his guys can do. And especially if Hampton doesn't play, oh, man. And then I would not do Addison or Mitchell. Oh, you know what? I might do Addison, man. That might be a good play because I think what's his face comes back and he's good this week. I don't hate him. I might still do DJ Moore over Bam Knight. What is even happening in Arizona? And there's talk that Mercado's coming back. I don't even know. I don't want any part of their backfield for real. Jalen Warren over Brenton Strange at flex because there's supposed to be high weather or heavy weather in Jacksonville this week. I don't really want any part of it. Kareem Hunter, Kyle Manangai. I might do Manangai, right? That Houston defense is for real, and it's going to be cold in Green Bay this weekend. So I think that they'll kind of deploy the same strategy that they went with against Philadelphia last week. Britter 86, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. So yeah, I think Manangai might have a better opportunity, right? Because you're at the same time you're starting backup over backup, right? So Knicks or Jacoby. I mean, I might go Jacoby. He's looked really good, right? And Knicks, I don't know, he looked dookie last week against last time against Las Vegas, right? So I don't know, man. I'm not starting Bo Nix this week, but I like Jacoby Brissett. In an 8 team, I have Puka, Chase, A-Chain, and my main wide receivers RB. Oh, okay. Puka, Chase, and A-Chain. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool then. Yeah. All right, I get that. Okay, so what was the original question then? Too far, I think. Hall, Judkins, or Rice. Yeah, all things being equal, then I think sitting Rice is the answer because Miami's defense is kind of dookie against the run, and the Jets don't have too much more, so I think they're going to commit to the run. So Myers over Higgins and Godwin or Franklin. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida. No problem, Tanita. I hope that helps. I hope that helps, right? I hope it works out. I hope it works out. I really do. I have Rice, right? So I'm starting him and I'm hoping for the best. But I think, yeah, I don't know, man. Weather this time of year, it definitely plays a factor into my decisions, which is why I'd be starting Higgins and Franklin. Um, yeah, I don't really want to do. I don't want any part of the rain down there. And until I hear otherwise, I'm gonna sit them. Start to Jacoby Wilson and Jets. We're sitting Jacoby because of the heavy weather in Jacksonville. Jay Jettas and Michael Wilson to the moon. Need help getting a win this week, and I don't know if I should start Love in the snow or Lamar injured. Oh my god! Last week I benched Lamar, or I benched Love for Lamar, so I know the pain. And honestly, I don't know how we can start Lamar with any sort of confidence. That being said, there's not supposed to be a lot of snow in Green Bay this weekend. It's just going to be stupid cold. One more, start Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. I'm expecting a huge game in 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 Buffalo this weekend, so I'm excited for that. Milo, thank you for the follow. Evan McPherson, let's do it over Jason Myers. Thoughts on playing CD playing week 15? I don't know, man. I didn't see the hit. Did he die? Like, did he die? You know what I mean? Like, because like sometimes you're like he ain't gonna play, but like the concussion protocol can be tricky, right? So he definitely has a week and a half to recover, so his chances are better than it would be if he played on Sunday. But Swift, Aaron Jones, Jaden Reed, Sutton. Okay, so Jaden Reed's not gonna play. So there you go. There you go. Just chose 3. Start 2, Hampton, Mason, and Menengai. So for me, I don't, until I have complete or concrete evidence telling me that Hampton's gonna play on Monday. I'm not gonna play Hampton. I'm gonna play Mason and Menengai. I don't want to hear in line to play, should be good to go, great chance to play. I want to hear has been activated off IR before Monday or before Sunday in order for me to have any sort of confidence in playing Hampton. So I would start Mason and Menengai with and hope for the points, right? And then if we don't get confirmation, or if we do get confirmation, it's definitely Hampton and Menengai. I don't know, Mason, man. Eesh. No problem, man. Hey, man, that's what I do. I try and that's what I do, man. I try and use common sense. And sometimes the common sense just says stay away from the weather, or there's not going to be as bad weather. That's like the same thing in Buffalo this week. Like there's supposed to be snow, but it's only going to be a couple centimeters. If anything, the wind might cause it because in the stadium it creates like a swirling effect. So the wind might be a little bit of a factor, but that's not going to stop me from playing both Cincinnati and Buffalo, guys. I'm excited for that game. That game's got game of the year written all over it, man. These are the games that we live for real. Start Jacoby or Saquon. Imagine in August if I'd have told you that you were going to bench your first round pick for Jacoby Myers. You would have laughed at me. That being said, I'm not going to advise sitting Saquon. Like, I don't want to start Jacoby, though, because of the weather in Jacksonville. It's supposed to be heavy rain and high winds. So I don't really want anything to do with that game in general. But I'm also not going to advise you sitting your first round draft pick under any sort of circumstances. That's not what you're going to get on this show. Jaden, that being said, Saquon's been dookie. And I didn't have any shares of Saquon because I'm a firm believer in the Madden curse. So for me, it was I don't want to wish injuries on anybody or hope for anything like that, but the Madden curse is undefeated, right? So that's why I didn't have any shares of Saquon on my team. Jaden Daniels or Daniel Jones, that's like I was saying, there's supposed to be heavy weather down in Jacksonville, right? So and also Daniel Jones has a freaking broken fibula. Like I don't know. I'm not a professional quarterback in the NFL, but I can't I can't think that that feels good at all. As much painkillers as we're on. And also Jaden Daniels, man, coming back. He's got all his dogs back, right? Terry McLaurin's back. Um, uh, Debo Samuel's there. What's his face? Zach Ertz is doing well. They have no real running game, right? So I'm excited for Jaden Daniels this week. I'm leading Sutton, but Sutton, D. Smith, or Swift for a flex. I mean, I get it. Hey, no problem, man. I hope that helps, right? I hope it works out. Oh, Dan, thank you for the follow. Dan, you are the GOAT, for real, for real. I can understand wanting to lean Sutton. They're playing Las Vegas, and they're a very dukey defense. That being said, last time Denver played Las Vegas, it wasn't very good for all parties involved. Um, but I might start Swift just in the flex because it's supposed to be big. It's supposed to be really cold in Green Bay, and we saw that Ben Johnson really wants to commit to the run when he can, right? When he's got the opportunity to. So I think they'll try and establish the run again in this game. And I kind of like Swift in the cold, right? It tends to favor the running game a little bit more because guys just don't want to end up tackling guys for 60 minutes when it's cold and your hands are cold and your arms are bruised and you're getting scratched. And yeah, I don't know, man. I like that, and the offensive linemen, they like that too, right? So I kind of lean towards Swift on that one, but I could totally get behind Sutton 100%. Like the answer on the surface is Sutton. I'm with you 100%, but just me kind of thinking out loud, right? I kind of like running backs in the cold games. Hey, no problem, man. I hope that helps, right? Like, I hope it works out. I really do. I do. But I hope that helps, right? Like, I'm not saying that you got a bad thing going on. I'm just thinking out loud, right? Start Joe Burrow. So we got two right here: Joe Burrow or Josh Allen or Jacoby Brissett. No way. I almost want to tell you to start Jacoby Brissett just because if you're thinking of benching Josh Allen, you don't deserve Josh Allen. For real, for real. Anyways, so that being said, I think that Buffalo Cincinnati game this week has game of the year written all over it. I'm super excited to start Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. I think that they are going to both show out. Both teams need wins. It's not going to be too bad weather in Buffalo. It's going to be wicked to watch, I think. And I think two perennial MVP candidates in Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are gonna show out when they need to. So I'm super excited for that game. I'm starting them over anyone. That being said, I'm gonna tell you to start Jacoby Brissett over Josh Allen because you don't deserve Josh Allen. That's a rude question. Jesus loves everyone. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate you. Waller or Jawan Johnson? I go Darren Waller. There's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this week, so I don't want to go anywhere near those guys. Gabe Davis or Bateman? I mean, I might go Davis. Bateman, you're kind of relying on Lamar, and I can't say that. I can't suggest you start any Baltimore receiver with any sort of confidence at this point. Picked up Neal to replace Swift. Yeah, hey, you're not wrong, man. The Philadelphia defense scared me last week, and who saw that one, right? So like I don't know, man. I think that Chicago is a better team than we're giving them credit for at this point. I think we kind of have to start to realize that after having watched them for a little bit. I think they're a better team than we give them credit for, and I don't think that they're going to have too tough a time against the Green Bay defense, as good as they are. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you 100%. Joe Burrow versus the Bills, baby. That being said, I don't want to start Devin Neal in Tampa with the heavy weather going on there. I don't love that matchup. Dude, what an A+ coaching hire. You're not wrong. 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. Definitely. Tranny, follow. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm starting Justin Jefferson. I'm also never gonna advise you sit your first round draft pick. Last week was whatever. He played Seattle. We all saw that one coming. That was a great defense on the road and a freaking and a rookie quarterback. We all saw that one coming. So I'm not gonna sit here and advise you sit your first round draft pick. I'm playing Justin Jefferson with confidence. I'm actually looking to pick up JJ McCarthy and get the double double right there. So I'm super excited. Should I start Chris Rodriguez or Manangai versus Green Bay? That's what I was just saying. I think Manangai might be the better option. It's going to be really cold in Green Bay, and so I think they're going to lean towards the run game a little bit more. I think both him and Swift have a very good opportunity to do really well together. Jacoby Brissett over or Daniels? No, sorry, not. I thought that was Daniel Jones. No, I would do Daniels over Brissett. I think I like that matchup, man. He's in the dome. He's got all his dogs back, right? So I'm excited for Jaden Daniels this weekend. No, we don't start Mahomes versus the Texans over Joe Burrow against Buffalo. Come on, man. So Joe Burrow is my start all over the place. That game in Buffalo has Game of the Year written all over it, and so I'm expecting two MVP candidates to show out, and I expect a lot from Joe Burrow and Josh Allen this weekend. I'm super excited. Lamar, Stafford, Burrow, or Daniels. So there you go. Start Joe Burrow. I don't know how to pick wisely, man. All of my wise picks end up duffing it. I just use common sense and a little bit of, been there, done that intuition. And what I think is that Joe Burrow is going to be the best quarterback of the week. Him and Josh Allen are going to push for the best quarterback of the week this week. Would you risk a Monday night Herbert or Tyrod? I mean, Tyrod's playing at home against Miami, so it's not the worst. Also, I think on Monday night, LA is gonna lean a little bit more towards the run than they normally do. They Herbert's hand is broken. I know it's his offhand, but I don't know how what is it Jim Harbaugh, how he's not frothing at the mouth seeing what happened to Philadelphia's run defense last game. So I think Vidal is going to be big, and I think if Omarion Hampton plays, like I think they're both going to be good. So yeah, I think we go with Tyrod in that aspect. Lamar or Brissett? Oh my god. I mean, I can't. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so I hurt. It pains me to say, but I can't tell you to start Lamar with any sort of confidence. So I might start Jacoby Brissett, but I don't know. I don't really know on that one, man. On the surface, it's Jacoby Brissett, but Lamar could have a game anyways, right? So Kincaid, start any Arizona wide receivers, start Michael Wilson, and if you need to, Greg Dortch, the Dorchinator, pass the Dorchy to the left hand side. He's definitely going to be he's going to be in there. Thoughts on Eagles defense? I don't know, man. I don't know how you can start the Eagles defense. I think we do the Rams defense. I mean, playing what, Arizona? That one's in a dome too, though, isn't it? Is that what I saw? So I don't know if oh, this is a different league. So yeah, I don't know if the Rams, we really want to do it at Arizona in a dome. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the Rams kind of looked A+ for that reference. Hey, I do what I can, man. I got some references. Hell yeah. You know what though? You're not wrong. That O line has been nothing short of atrocious. So I think Also, I tend to lean towards the Monday games, right? I like I like give me something to watch, right? Also, nothing better than being down and then having your Monday night defense come back and win it for you. Yeah, that's way good. Neal or Aaron Jones in the flex. I think Aaron Jones in the flex. I don't really care to deal with Devin Neal. New Orleans playing in Tampa Bay. There's supposed to be heavy weather. CV, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Nothing like a Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night under game. Yeah, no kidding. Yep. We thinking A chain 40 plus. I mean, I don't know about 40 plus, but yeah, definitely 25 ish, right? Stroud or Jones. Honestly, I don't want either of them. Daniel Jones is playing in heavy weather in Florida, and CJ Stroud is playing a really legit KC defense. So if I had a choice, I might go somebody different, maybe like a Tyrod Taylor. Playing Miami at home could do worse. I'm actually excited to start JJ McCarthy. As bad as he's been, I trust him as a quarterback. I think he's better than we give him. I think he's better than he's been, and he's got Justin Jefferson there too, right? So I mean, anytime you got Justin Jefferson to throw to, it should make your life easier. Like, come on, man. Aaron, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Watson or Walker at the flex with A. Mitchell. JT, ETN, Lamb, AJ Brown locked in. So, unpopular opinion. I don't actually love JT or ETN this week. There's going to be hurricane-like conditions or at least they say hurricane-like conditions in Florida this weekend. There's supposed to be heavy rain and high winds. That being said, JT and ETN are two guys that could overcome that, but I don't love either of them this week, and I think they're not going to do what you want them to do. For that, I think it's going to suck. That being said, you said they're already locked in, so we'll go with Watson or Walker. I might go with Watson and just kind of hope that something big happens, right? We get a long play. They really like what's his face? Charbonnet in the goal line. So they like him getting the touchdown. So I can see Kenneth Walker getting like 98 yards or whatever and no touchdowns because he just bolts through the defense all over the place. And then Charbonnet goes in for the touchdown. That's sort of what I can see. Bobby, Jones or Lawrence, I don't want either of them. They're supposed to be playing in heavy rain, high wind conditions, so I don't want either of them, honestly. I don't know how we can start either of them with confidence. Stafford or Burrows, I'm going Joe Burrow. Come on, man. Playing in Buffalo. They both need a win, those teams. And I think the MVP candidates show out and they rock out. And that's got game of the year written all over it. So I'm excited to play anybody from Cincinnati or Buffalo. Likely Pitts or Theo this week, and also Ressicine. I mean, I like Theo, right? Jackson Dart likes Theo, so I think that's the answer. Quinshon Judkins over Bucky Irving. I really value Judkins high. The way that we used to value Nick Chubb, right? Perennial first round pick, argument for first overall, right? So that I think I like Judkins. Zorro, thank you for the follow. Do you think Rashid will be impactful role? So no, I don't think Rashid will be impactful in Seattle. That's the one thing I don't like about wide receivers getting traded mid-season. It's one thing for a running back to get traded, right? Run through that hole. It's the same on every team, right? What is it? 21 dive is a 21 dive on every single team, right up the middle. Receivers, it takes a little while, right, for you to learn the route tree, to learn chemistry with your quarterback, how your quarterback thinks, how the receiver thinks, so that the quarterback goes right. So I don't think that he will have much of an impact going forward, and that really pains me to say. MHJ ruled out. Should I start Michael Wilson, Hall, or Judkins? I would go Hall. There's oh yeah, or either or. Damn, I might go Judkins still. He's playing Tennessee, right? I don't know. You got to think LA is going to be back for. I don't know. My pick would be Judkins. I value him. Trust me. If the community valued him like I think he's going to be, there wouldn't be a question because it would be like it's going to be like CMC, JT, Bijan, and freaking Quinchon Judkins within the coming like probably next year, maybe the year after. So that's my thoughts on that. Are you starting Knight or BTJ? Blake, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I am not starting BTJ just because there's supposed to be heavy weather in Florida this week, so I might start Knight. However, I don't want to start. I don't feel confident in that just because what's going on in Arizona's backfield, like for real. So, but all things being equal, I would start Knight over BTJ just because of the weather. Jacoby, Jaden Daniels, or Daniel Jones. Let's start Jaden Daniels, Chucky. Let's do it. Jefferson, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Well, yeah, Benson ruled out, but they still got DeMarcado and Michael Carter there. So, like, and Benson's been ruled out for weeks now. And you're still asking that question. So, I mean, if you already have the answer, then there's no need to ask. I won't argue. I don't care. You asked me who I'm starting. That's who I'm starting. Love or Knicks? I would go Jordan Love. Right? You got to figure. And then Shakir over O'Donnell because I'm super excited about that Buffalo game. I'm starting Shakir. I'm excited. It's got Game of the Year written all over it. Oh fuck yeah! Excuse my language. Godwin or Debo? I would go Debo. And then Myers and Jones, this all fits together. I'm not starting anybody from those Florida games. Pierce, I'm not starting Pierce. There's supposed to be high winds and heavy rain in Florida this weekend. So all of Indianapolis, Jacksonville, New Orleans, Tampa Bay guys, I'm out on. Like I'm out. And like unpopular opinion, I don't really care so much for JT or Travis Etienne this week. So, uh, yeah, I just I don't like to mess with I don't like to mess with Mother Nature, right? She tends to win more often than not. So I'm going to lean towards guys that aren't playing there. Also, Debo's got Jaden Daniels back, right? I think that's going to be good. Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels rest of the season. All things being equal, I like Jaden Daniels' schedule more than I like Bo Nix's schedule going forward. Also, Jaden Daniels has all his dogs back. He's got Terry back. He's got Debo's there. He's got Zach Ertz is playing really well. Their run game is kind of in shambles, so I think they're going to need him to do more. And I'm excited for that going forward. I picked him up in one of my leagues where I could. Do I think Kincaid will do good if he plays? I'm expecting a lot from that Buffalo game. Buffalo, Cincinnati. Cincinnati still has a chance to win the division, like for real, for real. So, like, I'm excited for that game, especially Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow in the snow. It's not going to be in the snow. It's only 2 centimeters of snow. If anything, the wind might have a little bit of effect because in the stadium it kind of makes like a swirling effect, right? So it might have a little bit of effect on the passes, but I expect two teams that need the win to show out, 2 perennial MVP candidates to show out when they need to, and that's got Game of the Year written all over it to me. I'm super excited for that game. I'm starting all of them with confidence. And yes, I do think Kincaid will do well. I think he at least a touchdown or 2. Watson, Igbuka, and BTJ to have big games. I think you're going to be severely disappointed. Supposed to be hurricane-like conditions in Florida this weekend. Hell yeah, hopefully he plays. That'd be wicked. Yeah, I'm kind of downgrading all of the Indianapolis, Jacksonville, New Orleans, Tampa Bay players. So if I had other options, I might try and pull and do that, but I don't know. I don't. I think you're going to be a little bit disappointed this week. That sucks, man. Because those guys are three really good guys too, and under normal circumstances, they probably would have wicked games. Kittle is on bye. What a stupid time to have bye weeks. Like for real, man. Come on. There's only 3 weeks left, 4 weeks left in the season, and you've got three teams on bye. Last week we do stupid Thanksgiving games, so no teams are on bye. But this week they so you do no teams on bye, then teams on bye. Like it's so stupid. Why not put an extra team on bye throughout the year, and then we just deal with it throughout the year? Some weeks there's only like three teams on bye. We could put another team, and then next week there's four teams, so now there's five teams. Like it's like what are we doing here? Must-win game for a lot of us, and we got George Kittle on a bye week. We got Christian McCaffrey on a bye week. Like what is happening, man? That's what I was saying, man. Joe Burrow's not in the snow, man. It's gonna be just a little bit, man. They say 2 centimeters. I think what's gonna throw them off more than anything is the wind. Just because in that stadium it's weird, it kind of creates like a swirling effect, and so it's a weird wind. But nah, man, I'm expecting two perennial MVP candidates to show out. That's got Game of the Year written all over it, man. If you're not excited for games like this, man, I don't know how you call yourself a football fan for real. Like, especially with Joe Burrow too. Like, he's only throwing to Jamar Chase or T Higgins, so like they're gonna be wicked. I'm excited. I'm so excited for that game. There's not gonna be that much snow in Buffalo. There's not gonna be that much snow in Green Bay, but it sounds like there's gonna be quite a bit amount of rain in Florida. So yeah, I'm not excited for that, but ETN should have a huge game. I mean, in theory, maybe, but if it's rain like they say it's going to be, no, nobody's going to have a good game. And I don't think, I don't know, man. Like that's my thing. Like if I have other options, I'm definitely considering them. Whereas normally I can understand you're not considering anybody else, but Mother Nature wins more often than not, right? So yeah, I'm steering clear of those games where I can. Now that being said, I don't have any of those players, right? So, but I mean, I do hope it works out still. Like I hope so for your sake. I'm not trying to wish against you. I'm just trying to use a little bit of logic here and put common sense, like it says, right? So I don't. It doesn't always work out, but that's what I do. Oh well. Alrighty, guys. That's gonna be it for me for today. I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for hanging out, all the back and forth. You guys are wicked. I really appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Share this with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Anybody you think might find this type of stuff valuable, maybe get some enjoyment out of it. I do what I can. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Good luck in your matchups, and I look very forward